Hello there, chocolate cupcake. I have another lottery ticket video that I'm making for you. Colt. C-U-L-T, Colt. Now, if you have been following me since the start, you'll know I actually bought Colt and it went like 100x 2 years ago when it first launched right here. I'm actually going to show you the full chart, friends, because this is crazy, right? I literally made a Twitter post saying, there's something weird going on with this coin. I got in and then pop, went like 200x. I think I only got like, I forgot. Maybe I made total like 16x. Remember, friends, it was a bear market starting and it just kept going up. It just kept scaling out. Of course, I wish I just held everything, man. I still have regrets to this day, by the way. I really just wish I just left it and did nothing because it went 100x. I'm thinking, I was looking at it and I was like, you didn't know. It was just a random thing. And I was like, man, should I add to this? I'm like, nah, things aren't looking good. Whatever, man. It's just, I'm not going to do anything. Full regrets. Because look what it did. Bang. This is a log chart, by the way. Snap. Can you believe that, man? This is actually bang. 100x, man. Oh, that's worth a lot, man. That's worth a lot. Still have regrets. But it is what it is. So I ended up getting out. And unfortunately, as the story goes, everybody said it was the future of finance. Where? You guessed it. Right up here. They said it was literally the future of finance. It's going to save. No, it's got to solve space, time travel, everything. Cure all diseases. I'm like, oh, man. You guys, you keep doing it. I tell you to buy in the depression. You don't want to listen. I tell you to sell in the euphoria. You don't want to listen. Just do both. One of the two. You just need to do both. Nah. And unfortunately, everybody had to ride it all the way back down, 98%. Now, here's the thing. I've been waiting a whole long time. Now, interesting, friends, before I continue, if you put on a weekly super trend, if you notice, Colt down, after all this time, finally flipped green just because it's been going down for so long. So it's a lottery ticket, okay? Lottery ticket, you decide how many you want to put in. Don't really care. I like the Colt Dow community because they're a cult. Sweet. I still see them around. Just like Hex community, PulseX, down 98%. They're still here. I love it. Okay, now look at this. So remember, almost 2 years ago, I bought Colt, went up 100x, I kept scaling out. Now, here's the thing, all right? After all this dumping, I'm finally getting back in. So here are the important points. Down 97.5% and rounding off. You can see that, rounding off. If it gets back to top, it's a 15x from here. So that's a 1400%. Now, what I do in my videos, friends, is because I love and appreciate you and I have straight posture and pointy elbows. I don't like doing this BS bottom tick imaginary number stuff. What I do is, for my videos, I assume you're not getting in at this price today. I start a bit higher. So I go, okay, like even if you have to pay a premium of like plus 50%, that's what I want to be looking at. And so when I look at it, for example, at the time I'm making this video, if I put on a log chart, okay, I don't like starting here. So, you know, I could just show you an example. If I started exactly to the top, it's 23x. I don't like doing that. What I want to do is I want to assume, okay, it's worse than everything else, right? So look where I started up, significantly higher. If I do the exact ruler measurement, yeah, I'm starting like 50%. So this is just to help figure out, all right, you know, there's a bit of slippage here and there. You can't get everything perfect. Maybe there's a delay with the time, the watching and everything. Is there any juice left in it? So that's why, man, like it's important. When you think about Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's only got a 2x, man, what's your margin of error? You really got nothing and you can't even make that much, okay? So it has a long way to go and its market cap is only 13 million. So let's continue, right? Also, I'm going to play some angel music for you as well because I want you to remember that we're still going to make it, friends. Remember, it's Bitcoin halvening year. I've been preparing you and myself for, okay, everything you think you know about risks, throw them out. People come in, Bitcoin halvening year, they just want to make money. There's a casino, they buy trash, it is what it is. Now, we already saw the method of what they were doing was the spear, like Solana, pump coin happens, and then people go straight to the meme coins. We don't know if that's going to continue, but it's one idea. So now you know, okay, I'm going to keep money on the side. Next big layer one chain that has a big narrative. By the way, it's not easy to do. It takes like 4 green monthly candles, right? You got to get in on the end of the 3rd green monthly candle. If that happens, then you're ready to buy the new meme coins around it, and then you play the whole freaking roller coaster. But if that doesn't repeat necessarily, you just want to buy low caps, man. I don't want to buy too many coins, but I'm not going to discriminate. I'm coming in lottery tickets. I'm like, hey, you're cheap. Let's get in. All right. So that's the beautiful part about getting super cheap, low market cap coins. It's because when they run, friends, they could run quite a bit. So I like the fact that it's down a lot. You noticed it's been by now, right? Buying the depression. How many times I tell you that? Just give me a cheap price, man. Just give me a cheap price. People make a narrative, okay? I got nothing to do with the coins. I got nothing to do with the insiders. I don't know anything. Let me tell you something. Someone else in there owns more coins than you and me, and they have every incentive to invent a narrative when Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there's other green candles around, okay? And they do it. So I do like the idea of cult down, one day being a 500 million market cap. By the way, it's just an investment cult. It's like they have money and they do decentralized investing and stuff. You can read it about. There's a manifesto, and it was really unique when it came out. It's got the mask and stuff. You can read about it, but I'm more concerned about the charts, all right? Because the story and the use case and all of these, like, give me a cheap price, man. Give me a cheap price and then I'll believe in anything, all right? Because just like, hey, you want to mint some stupid JPEGs? Sure, how much does it cost? Oh, 0.1 ETH. Okay, I'll do it. You know, if you're doing monkey JPEGs, you got 1000x on that, right? Even if you did Pudgy Penguins, you got 100x on that, from 0.1 ETH to now 11 ETH. So you know what I mean? So just if the price is cheap and you're early, because the price is cheap, then sweet. Okay, you can imagine anything. But if you're paying a really expensive price, like the product's got to be super, super, super good and useful, and it's crypto, man. Do you really believe in anything anymore? With the pain and death we've seen. Okay, so if Cult DAO got to like a 500 million market cap, I don't even know how would it get there. I don't know. Insiders, people like it. Who knows, friends? It's a freaking casino. This whole thing, it's a fugazi. Everything can go to zero tomorrow. I just got no energy for just investing in all these things beyond like, all right, here's your lottery ticket. Go and impress me. You got 15 months. The clock starts, right? Bitcoin's going to start running up. Everybody thinks they're going to make infinite wealth. Well, you better do your thing. That's all you can really do, right? Now, if it gets to that 500 million, as I mentioned, yeah, it's like a 30x from here. Could be even more. Wouldn't that be sweet? I love the idea of that. I could dream about that. Wow, 30x and it's not even $500 million. See, the difference is, friends, you can't just buy any low cap item, because any low cap item, you could just be walking into a trap of meme coins where it's people literally targeting impulsive decision making. And unfortunately, the people behind the coins, they go put their time and attention to other things and it disperses quickly. So you got to be careful with that. Well, that's why I want to get ICOs and projects and people that, yeah, maybe the coin and tokenomics and things aren't the greatest, but it's cheap. I want it cheap, man. That's it. Okay. So I like dreaming of this 30x, and you know, there's a unit bias. You can see the price of the coin is 0.00000. I like that. Like, sweet. If emotional money comes in, they're like, oh, imagine this goes to $1 one day. I know it's crazy in 2022 and 23, but now we're in Bitcoin halvening year. This is just what happens. Okay, I'm learning from the past. You got to learn. That's it. There's a fever. There's a fever that comes around. Okay, this is the cult. This is the cult logo. Okay, you can see it. Even if you're buying it, just to let you know, watch this video in the future, I'd still buy it 30 million market cap and under. If you're watching in the future and it goes above that, you're on your own, man. I've got no idea, friends. I've got no idea. I lose faith in this industry every single day, to be I'm serious. I lose faith in this crypto industry. It's just a bunch of fucking trash scams, man. It is just, oh, man. Remember, Cult DAO is a cult, and that's all you need to know. That is good. Once again, good. If you are new, welcome. Take a seat over there. Please do not drink any room temperature water. Cults are good because they stick around. Look, Cult DAO, they're aggressive. I still remember them after all these years. I go, sweet, let's see if you survived the bear market. They did. Okay, well, you deserve my time and attention now. Investment cult. Also, Davey from Bankless is in it. Who is Davey? Davey Hoffman. Shout out to Davey Hoffman. Also is a Dark Souls fan. Now, a lot of you might be confused. You're like, wait a minute. Davey Hoffman, you mean the guy who made the bottom signal for Bitcoin because he was crying on Bankless TV show? Yes. Respect to Davey. Yes, he made the bottom. Thank you very much, sir. He's an Ethereum OG, friends. These guys, they know some people who know some people who know some people who may or may not have, like, you know, 10,000 plus ETH just sloshing around. Their pet projects, I've noticed, they don't fail. Just to let you know. You watch Bankless, because Ethereum is a real deal, friends. Ethereum doesn't have quitters, I've noticed. And you know that Ethereum, the unicorn winner. The insiders of Ethereum, they don't abandon. There's no, I'm going to dump everything and leave and impact the price like you've seen in other ecosystems. They just, it is what it is, right? Same as Bitcoin, by the way. That's why Bitcoin and Ethereum are two pillars of the crypto industry. I hope, by the way, praying, I don't know, that Chainlink becomes a third pillar, but I'm long Chainlink, so I don't really know, okay? Also, Binance is one of the pillars, but guess what? It's Binance's profits rotated into it. So you never really know. Is it the community or is it profits? Or it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I get to share with you, it's rare to see this type of aura of like, you know, like Ethereum OG or like deep, real insider money in crypto. Okay, so continuing right now, I show you ready. Look at this arrow, right? It flipped on the super trend green. How about that? And look at this. I've got the 21 EMA, that gray dot. So it flips green and it's pulled back to the EMA. Now, this is just funny. Now, please don't go around doing this to everything because you need more to it than that. It's just timing and luck. That's why you watch me. Highest value content in crypto, right? I buy in the depression. Now, obviously, I want this to go 50x in one day, but I don't really care, okay? Just let it play out, see what happens, just like everything else, all right? I said, friends, I was waiting for 2024 to start. A lot of people were saying, hey, you're making a lot of videos on these coins and communities. Yeah. You got to flesh it out, man, right? Because I don't want to be thinking, oh my God, this thing's the 3x. Should I get out? I don't want to be thinking that in a coin. That means you're not bullish enough on it. That means you haven't done the research. If it's in Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hex, or Chainlink, for example, right? I don't want to be thinking that. If you're thinking that, you failed. You haven't done enough. You don't have enough conviction in it. Those aren't the things you want to be in because they're not the ones that are really going to change your financial position at all. They're not going to move the needle, okay? By the way, you're literally watching a dude in a Pokemon bucket hat. Just collecting these things like Pokemon. This is not financial advice. Go buy the government bonds like they want you to. See how that works out in 10 years, okay? Because literally, crypto goes to zero all the time. And even the stuff that you think can't go to zero, still goes to zero. Like they depeg the stable coin, for God's sake. You know what I mean? So let's continue. Colt down. So I know that chart looks good to me. Weekly super trend green, pulled back into the 21 EMA. So there you go. Sweet. I like that. So you don't need these. They're not required for long-term holding, but it is a Bitcoin halvening year, and it's nice. It feels almost like cheating. It's like, hey, sweet. Like hey, you're in Colt down. You had to like ride this whole way thing. Sweet, you get to cheat and come back in here. So this reminds me as well, you can do this on like Pulse Chain and PulseX. So there are people who don't believe in the ecosystem at all, and even Hex. And like you're down like 95, 98%, and then it recovers off the low. And people who are just watching the trend can get in and still be a better price than you. So it's tough, man. I'm telling you, friends, the market's crazy, all right? You don't get rewarded for loyalty. I know, because most of us, the demographics are men. So if you're a lady out there, we're going to come take a seat over there as well. Keep your back straight too. But men, we are, a lot of us are about like loyalty, you know? Dogs are a man's best friend. We like dogs. Why? They keep coming back. They stay with us no matter what, through thick and thin. And so our hearts get broken when it comes to investments because we put our time and capital and then we shed tears. Because we're like, man, I gave you everything and you just took it away from me, right? It's almost literally like an abusive relationship, friends. When like, you know, maybe someone's woman cheats on them or like, you know, like teenage heartbreak. Yeah, so men, we get really, really, really affected. That's why we are like buying tops and selling bottoms aggressively. And women have more emotional stability when it comes to markets. But you can see with men, right? The testosterone, the boost and the crash. So it's important to know this. This explains what's going on behind the scenes. Of course, by the way, you don't really need to know all these. It's just that you hold long enough, you win if you're in the right things. But you know how hard that is, right? So Colt is an investment down. The members are fierce. You just type in Colt. Look at all these. They have these three. Now, obviously, they're supposed to be blood symbols, but I call them 3 raspberry flavored jelly beans. They are quite yummy, aren't they? The ones that don't taste like medicine. Yummy, yummy. Now, I've mentioned to you, I'd probably not buy it after 30 million market cap. So this is literally the difference between, this is the key, friends. This is like, okay, you know, if you're a heart surgeon and you're like, okay, the patient is either alive or dead. You know the difference between them? It's like, it's one difference, but it's a big difference. Is your heart beating or is it not beating? Okay, well, when it comes to watching content creators, investments in markets, playing this game, you got to know, has this man, woman, or squirrel we're listening to, have they told us their entry price? Have they given us a zone where it's no longer cheap? Have they told me that? You will find 99.99999 and another 9% recurring amount of people do not share that with you or me. Why? Because they're scum. It's because they don't want to tell you the price. It's because they know when they tell you the price, you're going to be like, wait a minute. You're a con artist, man. You're conning me. You're telling me this thing's cheap at 30 cents. You're in at 1 cent. Oh, your unlock is in 9 months. You got an angel allocation to the ICSA. You put in 10 grand. Okay, now it's 300K. You have every incentive to get retail money in so you can dump on me. By the way, I'm not going to name names, so just name anybody out there in YouTubes that you watch, they do it. Name one. Go and name one, right? They do it. Doing it right now. They did it in 2021 and 2020. They're going to do it again. Okay, so that's the ultimate difference. So when I'm telling you something like this, that's why I'm telling you, you must have an appreciation for this. When I literally tell you, if it goes above 30 million market cap, just accept that it's gone. Okay, and you actually see it on the chart here, right? You just bring up a chart and go, okay, sweet. Well, it's like, 13 million here, maybe like another plus 100%. That's it. I know it looks big on it. There you go. So you wouldn't even like, it's probably, you could even draw a line. You just go, yeah, whatever. I wouldn't like anything under here. Sweet. By the way, it's not a guarantee that you win. It's just that I'm teaching you have an appreciation and respect for someone who's actually your friend, because I am your friend. You couldn't figure it out. Okay. Trying to help you buy low, sell high. Okay. Because remember, friends, everybody's participating. You notice? Everybody's participating. It's just that some people end up buying the cheaper prices. Some people end up buying the expensive prices. You want to be someone who on average is buying the cheaper prices. Okay. Now, of course, the $1 trillion question, how long is it going to take to go up? I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's ever going to go up. The lottery tickets. All I know is Bitcoin halvening here. There's a fever, low market cap. Everybody looks at market cap. Everyone looks at market cap. And there's a unit bias here. Sweet. You don't like, how much is 272,000 Colt? I don't know. You don't know how much that is, right? Because you just, the unit bias is like wrecked, which is what they do on purpose. It is what it is. Let's see what they can do, okay? As far as Colts go, though, I've made many videos on Colts. Like one of the pioneers telling everybody, you got to go for the Colt, man. Milady's NFT Colt. Bitcoin, ticker Bitcoin, the real Bitcoin. Wink, wink. The Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 unit guys. Yeah, the Colt, all right? You know, with the lipstick hedgehog guys, okay? But here's the thing, right? I'm just going to show you something. Now, I'm just going to open your eyes a bit, okay? So, friends, if I go to the PulseX chart, you see this? You see how it's literally just dead, right? It's just like dead. I like that. I buy that. I want that, right? I want you, right? Like on a first date. That is chocolate chip muffin, okay? That is beautiful to me. It's cheap. I want that. Now, of course, you're like, hey, I want you to go up one day too, but this is what you want to see, okay? Also, you can have it, for an example, look at Zen. Now, this is Zen on log chart, down more than minus 100%. Like, whoa, what is this? Okay, see, this is funny, friends, because I learned trading as a spreader. That's how I made all my money, okay? So when things go down, I want to buy in a cheap zone. When things go up, I want to sell, and I try to mean revert everything. So it was funny when I saw something like Zen here, I'm saying it's cheap. People are like, no, just down. Like the same thing as Hex and PulseX and PulseX and everything else. And I've just shown you, right? And I'm like, man, this is what you want. This is, everything is mean reversion, trying to get to the trend, but it is what it is, right? So see how this is also dead, okay? Now, see Colt, friends, as well, also dead. You see how I've shown you 3 coins now, dead, all of them, all right? Also, you can even look at Icosa, for example, friends. Icosa, same thing. Icosa's chart is going to be the exact same. You're going to see, oh, wow, you are also dead. Now, this is on a weekly chart, but you look on a daily chart. See? I like that. I like buying cheap. You notice that? Dead. That's what I want to see. But now I'm going to show you a chart which is not so dead. Have a look at this. This is Bitcoin. This is the Harry Potter Obama. Now you might be saying, wait a minute. You over there, most people, you want to talk about coins like this. That's what you want to be talking about. You're like, but to me, I don't want that, man. Because look, even if you get in here, you're getting a 2 to 3x and you're nervous. Maybe it goes up here, right? And here's the thing. If you put on a log chart, friends, the people, look how early these people got in and they're on side 65x already, okay, in less than a year. Some dude made like 1,000x from this or whatever. So you get to see, right? I want dead, cheap, dead. I want dead, okay? Other people, on average, retailers, love buying with momentum. That's what these people like to see. They like doing this. It's because they don't really want to hold forever. So people like doing like, oh, there's going to be like a rounded up here and then it comes back and then zoop. It's because people aren't really in it for the long game. They want to play that momentum and they want it to be exciting. Because look at this. If you zoom in, you get to see exactly what I mean, right? You get to see like, this is a daily chart, right? People want to play this, right? They want to play, oh my gosh, look at these candles, right? Right here. Oh my gosh, you're breaking out. So people love this. But if you go and look at this lineup here, right? By the way, this is an enormous winner. This is a 4x from when it started. But look at this, for example, as well. If it breaks up here and you're like buying it on this breakout, how much are you going to get? Like a 2x. So you quickly figure out most people aren't going to make it. They're constantly trading and only the top 5% are going to win. People who are going to bink it, which is like, you know, getting a big headshot right to the bears, is people who just go, sweet, give me this cheap price, see you in 15 months. 15 months from now, remember, it's been a long bear market, we've been waiting, okay? So just Bitcoin 80K. Where are you when Bitcoin's 80K? Now, I hope it gets to 100, but you get the point now. So that's why I mentioned, right, Bitcoin halvening is here. As far as cults go, Hex, Pulse, PulseX ecosystem is great because their charts are dead. And the cult chart that I just showed you is also dead. I just showed you Zen chart. But Bitcoin, right, but it was only 50% off the high, okay? So now I hope cult does well as a lottery ticket play. I don't know, like it. Chart is cheap, whatever it is, right? But you got to be prepared, man. Like, what if Polkadot, what if Stellar has a narrative? What if XRP chain has a narrative? I don't know. What if Pulse chain has a narrative? It has nothing to do with it. You just got to accept these, okay? What if Arbitrum and Optimism or any other layer 2 chain has a narrative? What if the VCs end up scamming everyone another chain? There's a risk with everything. It's just that you buy something low enough, you just hope it kind of works out. It is what it is, friends. Because at the end of the day, you want to get the best of both worlds, but if there was somebody who could only pick one of these two, and one of them is to be a cheap price buyer, right? And the other one is to like be pretty good at predicting narratives that are going to hit off, okay? The cheap price buyer will kill it. Way more than that narrative buyer, because a cheap price buyer is like, well, I don't know when, you know, the microscope of the market's going to look, but when you do, this thing is cheap, okay? The problem with the narrative hunter is their edge fades over time. The minds of the market and the retailers and the masses, very, very hard to predict. And on average, you're with emotional money, okay? That's the problem. You're like, oh, when's the emotional money going next? You're trying to be right behind in front of the emotional money. You have a time component there. What's the next narrative? Basically saying in the next 3-month candle, which one can I pick that's going to be good, right? But a cheap buyer, price buyer, you have a longer time frame. You go, well, I don't know if or when or anything, but maybe one day Bitcoin's 100K or 80K. And maybe people just go and look at other coins. And maybe people discover this. And maybe because I'm in cheap, it doesn't really matter because I kind of float up. All right? I know they're ifs and maybes, and it's very hard to wrestle in the minds of many people participating from traditional finance. But this is the type of mindset that ends up winning. You go back to anybody else in crypto who's killed it, this is what it came down to. Now, of course, you're going to find a random interview from a person here and there who goes, oh, I got the Solana or the other narrative right for reasons A, B, C. Yeah, go follow them, and then you'll see how much they flunk the next narratives in a row, and you'll be very disappointed, okay? So, I mean, I don't even learn this just from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, he does not say to himself, oh, I think the Fed is going to cut rates, so therefore I want to get into this risk assets. He doesn't think like that, man. He just goes, this is a cheap company. I'm getting in long and strong, okay? So we're trying to pray that, hey, this is cheap. I don't know when the mind of the market will eventually wake up to it. Let's see. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Don't forget to tell mum and dad we are in a cult and we are going to make it. Going to catch you soon.